All right, so when you were here like 6 months ago, is that about right?
I think it was more like a year ago.
A year ago? God, it feels like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
All I remember is we talked about you living in a cabin.
I did live in a cabin.
Do you still live in a cabin?
Well, I moved to LA for a while, and then I now live on a mountain.
So you still live in a cabin?
It's not a cabin.
Oh.
It's a house. But it's on a mountain.
Is it now? What my brother-in-law really wants to live in the outdoors. What gets you to you don't want to live in LA, New York, the typical music areas? What makes you want to live kind of abroad? In the US?
I like the small town vibe, and I like room to breathe. I need to be isolated to be creative. Otherwise, I have too many influences on me, and I'm like, I don't know who I am anymore. So I just need to be alone.
So that myth of you have to live in LA, New York to really be in the music game, that's a bunch of baloney.
Well, fortunately, with the internet these days, you don't really need to live anywhere. I mean, I lived in LA for a while, and I made a lot of really good connections that way.
Yeah.
And so now I just maintain them through email and phone.
So you're more inspired, less kind of jaded when you don't have to live in kind of the...
Exactly.
Yeah. So you get kind of your inspiration in that way.
Exactly.
That's cool. Very cool. So, okay, talk about the song, because we were listening to it actually on the air at our sister station when you were on. You did a great job. That was great.
Thank you.
And talk about the song. And I haven't seen the video. Video's not out, though, right?
Video's not out yet, no.
Because you were talking about it on the air, and I haven't seen it.
The video comes out the same day the song does, on December 11th.
Okay.
For Come On, Let Me Ride.
And Eminem's on the song.
Yep.
And you wrote the song.
Yep.
With?
With, well, Alex the Kid produced it.
Okay.
And I wrote the song with Mike Del Rio.
And he worked with you before, or no?
No.
Okay,
no.
He's new. And so, is this song? I mean, it seems kind of like sarcastic.
Yeah.
Like funny.
It's playful.
It's playful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But talk about the song. Just talk about where did you decide to go with that song? It's not as serious as some of your other records.
No, I did so much serious stuff, and I was like, this isn't always me. I'm not this Debbie Downer all the time. Like, there is another side to my personality. I like to jump around in the studio and have fun, and I have a really dirty mind. So
nice.
I just decided I needed a song to kind of showcase that.
And you were talking too about Eminem. He's fun too. Like, people don't see that side of him. They see him like mad and serious, but it sounds like he's been a lot of fun to work with too.
He's super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he inspired some stuff on the song. Obviously, he did a verse, and he's part of the record.
He did a verse, and he helped me write my bridge. So
very cool. And so you guys collaborating. I mean, what's been the change? Because now he is the executive producer, and he's playing a much bigger role. And you on your own, look, you've got a huge career on your own, but now he's a little more involved. How did that relationship in this album, this project, change?
Well, we started working together on Love the Way You Lie, and then I Need a Doctor. I recently did some Slaughterhouse stuff. And, throughout all of that, I also was playing him the music I was working on, and he seemed to be really supportive of it and wanted to be more involved. And so now he's executive producing the album.
That's huge.
And I can't even believe it.
That's huge.
He's been so incredible.
So what happened with the whole, because you were here, you were saying about a year ago, you changed your whole plan, and now you pushed it back. You want to get everything right, which I totally get. I mean, but you're also, it's weird, you're a new artist, but you're not new to the music game. You've created so many great records and inspiring music. So what changed the trajectory of the whole deal?
Well, I just thought a debut album is super important, and I really wanted to spend time getting it right. And I felt kind of rushed before. So now I finally feel like the album is where I wanted it to be, and so I'm really excited to be promoting it.
So did you end up just going to your house and just writing a ton of songs, and just kind of going into the musical cave?
Yeah, I did. Well, part of it was moving out of LA again. That helped me.
Was it just not? It just really kind of put you.
It bums me out, man.
Does it really?
Totally.
So how does it bum you out? Just curious.
Because there's all these people there trying to be, try to be famous or whatever it is, and I feel like the art and the romance with art is taken away.
So it's just not authentic, really.
No, it's not an authentic, artistic place to thrive. I mean, some people do, some people can.
Yeah.
And I'm just not one of those people.
Did you feel like there was that crazy amount of pressure because all the hits,
Yeah, there was a lot of buzz, and I felt pressure, not from other people as much as just from myself. I was like, oh, now I have to hurry up and get this album done. But that's stupid, because it has to be the right album,
Yeah.
And I finally feel like I got that, but I really slowed it down. I didn't work a lot of days.
Oh, really?
I actually probably worked less time-wise in the past year, but got a lot more done.
Oh, wow. That's kind of a different way to put it.
I call it working smart, not hard.
How do we do that around this place a little more? God, we'd be better around this joint.
No, I really do think, though, having a lot more just life happening and real life inspired better music.
And you brought a lot of that to the new album.
I did. I brought a lot of it to the new album.
But okay, so the single drops December 11th. The album doesn't drop till spring 2013, correct? Right. Okay. Dirty, I'm hogging the interview. What do you got, my brother?
All good. No, I mean, I'm super into fashion, and I wanted to talk about a couple things. I know G-Star, you and G-Star were in talks.
I'm wearing G-Star right now.
Whoa!
You were in G-Star they wanted you to be like the face of the, obviously their new campaign. And
well, we've always just kind of been, fond of each other, but we haven't done anything like that yet.
No, I know. And then what happened recently at this Armani party? Did you do a performance for?
I did. I performed for an Armani store opening in New York.
How was that?
It was awesome, and they've been really great to me too.
So how does that work? So I mean, are you on a product placement level with? I mean,
well, they just kind of they let me borrow clothes. They give me some clothes.
That's cool.
If I have an event happening, I'll go down to the store in Beverly Hills and just pick out a bunch of stuff. They let me take it.
Nice.
And in terms of like not even new artists maybe associated with your label, but any new artists that are entering the music business. I mean, if they wanted an opportunity to work with you or have some guidance from you or tutorial from you, I mean, are you gonna obviously writing for Rihanna and writing for these big mega superstars? Are you gonna open up your studio doors to help out new people, or do you want to
That's
kind
a cool idea. I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, I mean, I think the youth is where it's at. They're the next generation of good music and art, and so if I can help in any way, I would love to inspire them.
Because the game came out yesterday and said you need $250,000 to work with him.
Well, that's stupid. You know what? My best advice right now is go learn Pro Tools or whatever system it is that you want to learn.
Pro Tools.
Do it yourself. I bought my first studio for $10,000, and I wrote "Love the Way You Lie" there. I did all of the big hits that you guys
and look what
have
it did
heard
for you after $10,000
from a $10,000 studio.
Yeah.
So,
but it's all really here. I mean,
yeah,
the Pro Tools.
Well, it's not what you have; it's what you do with it. So.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it's your mind. I mean, shoot, it's your mind. It's how you came up with that, really.
And just feeling confident that you can do it. I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to depend on other people to get their music done. And really, if you just put your mind to anything, you can pretty much accomplish anything, I believe. Yeah,
no. And look what you've done. It's amazing. So the video, I want to talk about the video. It was shot in Detroit. Is that right?
Yep, it was.
So
outside of Detroit.
Outside of Detroit. Okay, so give us. I mean, the song is like so fun and crazy. I'm like trying to envision this video.
Okay, well, the song kind of was inspired by like this over-sexualized thing that happens in pop culture and music and everything. So I wanted to show that in the video. Like, I'm making fun of that stuff.
Okay. So you're kind of almost, you're poking fun at just the over-sexuality of the world, basically?
Basically.
Okay. And Eminem, when he came out with that verse, which I think is awesome, incredible verse, I mean, did he just lay it down? You heard it for the first time?
Yeah.
Or how did that come? How did the collabo come?
He originally heard the hook of the song and some different verses, suggested that I go back and tweak the verses, which I did, brought him back, loved it. So then he put his verse on, and then he thought it still needed another section, a bridge, and so we actually sat together in the studio and came up with my bridge, just, throwing some ideas back and forth. Is
he what you hear about even with, you think, Dr. Dre, where it's tireless work, like it's like, oh, we got to do that, let's try that, change. I mean, is it constantly trying to perfect the sound, or how does the collaboration work with them and you?
I mean, I think we're both really particular about, like, we want everything to be a certain way. So, I don't know. Maybe it's annoying to some people, but it's not to me.
You see how that could be, though.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, I mean, it's just if you're very in control of your art, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
Yeah.
So, and I'm exactly the same way. I just won't let even one little word that's wrong won't slide.
So you could take a song and then it could take days, months to you come back to it and then you start to adjust after that, or is it usually kind of?
People usually have to say, you know what? I think it's done. I think you should slow down. Like you're.
Who are those ears? Are those? Do you kind of give your final say, because you obviously are an accredited writer and song performer? I mean, does somebody else have to do that?
Sometimes people lead me. They're like, you know what? I think that you need to take a step back because you're done with this song, and you're just like, you know, whatever.
Enough's enough.
Yeah, enough's enough. But I don't know. I think I know when it's done.
Yeah.
I know when anything's ready.
It's good.
Yeah.
Now, when you were talking about the process of deciding to push it back, what was, you know, and the level you're at, does the rest of the label, you know, labels, they want to, you know, they want to churn big records out, and they have pressure to make good product and big music. But I mean, was Jimmy Iovine and Eminem, were all those guys like, okay, we're supportive of really where you needed to go as an artist?
Yeah, honestly, I was on tour opening for Bruno Mars last year in Europe. And while I was on the road, I was thinking, this is kind of a waste. I mean, it's a great tour, but I don't even have a CD to sell at the shows. I mean, you know, I kind of felt like I was putting the cart before the horse and promoting an album that didn't exist. And I talked to Jimmy about it, and he totally agreed. He said, you shouldn't be touring right now. You should be in the studio finishing your album. And however long that takes to get it exactly the way you want it, it's fine with me.
Was it kind of good, though, you laid the groundwork a little bit? I mean, at least, you know, you kind of got yourself out as a solo artist with Bruno.
It was a great tour. I made some fans and some friends over in Europe, and I can't wait to go back. Now with the album, you know.
Yeah, no, that's great. I can't wait. So the album is complete or almost there? Are you still in the...
I would say it's done. There's a few little, like, tweaks that I'll still be doing, of course, until the very last day, until they say, no,
what's the drop dead date then? Do they say, you got to be done here by December 31st, and that's it?
I don't know. I don't really have a drop dead date yet.
Oh.
So they'll give me one, though. I'm
sure they will. Now there's no second moving back, right? You're in.
The good thing is the songs are there.
Okay.
So that's not the part I'm tweaking. It'll be like a word here, or recording this, or maybe putting somebody here.
Yeah. Now, as fans of music, I don't know if we always get, you say Eminem's executive producer, but really, you know, you have control over your music.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the level you're at, you have control, and you're a writer, singer, you do it all. So it's not like you're bringing 8 billion different people in to do 8 billion different things.
You know what it is? When you're working so closely to music like this, you kind of lose perspective sometimes, and it really helps to have somebody who you can bounce things off of that you trust.
Yeah.
That can give you feedback that you know is legit, and that's what Eminem is to me. Like, I play him all of the songs. He's helped me pick all the songs on the album. He even mixed the song that we have together because he wanted it to sound a certain way.
Oh, wow.
Like he'll get involved wherever he feels like he can really add.
But ultimately, you have to make the final.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And is that for you been an easy process, or is that pretty tough?
I can't let anybody else have that type of control.
I can't imagine. You probably slice and dice them.
I'm not a control freak in anything in life except for my music.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
We can all go eat anywhere. We can go to whatever movie you want to go to. But when it comes to my music, I'm in control.
Wow. So this single is fun, lighthearted, you know, kind of poking fun at the world. What's the rest of the album like? Or can you give us just a kind of insight to some of the other songs on the album?
Yeah, well, you know, the cool thing about music today is I feel like a lot of genres are mixing. And my album is full of different genres or different influences. So you have that song, which is fun, playful, and cheeky and kind of dirty, and then you have songs that are more like of what you would expect if you'd heard Coming Home or Love the Way You Lie or I Need a Doctor. It's more of that like melancholy, soft, pretty thing, and then you have some other stuff, some other surprises, like the song "Wear Me Out" that I played over there. Is a little bit. It's got a little bit of a soulful thing happening.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't sound anything like what I've heard you do.
Yeah, so I'm kind of all over the map, and I'm glad that I feel like now is a time in music where I'll actually be able to put that album out, you know?
That's cool. That's good. The timing is right, which is key for people to be accepting of different styles of music. Mm-hmm. Now, they categorize you as pop alternative in some of these magazines, and I mean, is there a label for your style of music? Because it feels like it's everywhere. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I guess pop alternative would make sense. There's a little bit of hip-hop in there, a little bit of grunge.
Yeah.
you know.
But like a little soul. I mean, there's kind of a combo.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on. But to me, pop music is an ever-evolving thing. So I might be straight pop in a year or two if you know, things take off or something.
Yeah. How, well, I'm sure
I mean, it might be considered that.
at the time, yeah. It could evolve to that.
It could evolve to that.
But then you could create a new album and it'd be something, or start somewhere else.
Yeah.
He goes to that, yeah. Well, cool. You got anything else, Dirty?
I wanted to just talk about working with Tim Burton on this Building a Monster trap.
Uh-huh.
I know that was on the Frankie movie.
I love Tim Burton.
Hey, did you work with him?
No,
Okay,
I didn't,
okay.
and I didn't get to meet him.
Okay.
I met Danny Elfman though.
Yeah.
So if there's more opportunities coming from, you know, Hollywood directors and people from Hollywood that want you to write stuff, is that an opportunity? Is that something you'll accept?
Yeah, especially with movies. I'm a huge fan of movies.
So you can see yourself doing more soundtracks?
I would definitely love to do more.
What movies do you do? Like, what have you seen recently that you just love? I mean, is there anything that... Are you like big blockbuster movies or everything?
No, I kind of like older movies.
Oh, right on.
Mostly, but sometimes there's good... Like, I saw Argo recently, and that was really good.
Very good. Ben Affleck, yeah.
But, you know, like Deer Hunter, Paris, Texas...
So you like the older movies?
Yeah.
So when you're in the cabin in the woods, well, maybe not the cabin, the house in the woods, in the mountains somewhere. I mean, what do you do? What are you doing for fun? I mean, is it more solitude, or you got to be having fun up there, right? I mean, there's got to be days where you're.
Well, I have fun doing nothing.
Really?
Yeah, sitting in front of the fire, drinking some wine, watching it snow outside. I'll go for a hike, and I'll watch a movie, and I'll eat.
That's good. That's fun for you, but that's good. That's your downtime, right?
Yeah, no, I'll go get a massage.
Yeah.
That's my life. And then I'll be like, maybe once or twice a month, I'll go, you know what, it's time to write a song.
That's cool. I want that life, Dirty.
I love the recipe.
It's basically like I'm retired already.
It sounds that way, but you're retired in your own way. You're still working, obviously.
I'm totally still working, but yeah, I'm totally relaxed.
That's good. You found your place in life.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. Right.
Except now I'm going to be on this radio promo tour, and then I'll be on tour, so I'll have a house sitting empty.
Now you won't be able to relax. But this is it's got to be fun to kind of see your creation come to life, your own personal creation come to life.
Absolutely.
Now you're fully.
I'm so excited to be promoting this because I feel